Hello everyone and welcome back to our ConnectEO channel. I'm Marisol Castro and I'm the Communication Officer at CTA and also part of the consortium of ConnectEO project. This is the third video of a series of interviews that we are carrying out to disseminate ConnectEO project and also to present internationalization opportunities for Earth observation SMEs in Chile and Australia. Today, it's a pleasure for me to introduce you all Mr. Dietrich HEIINTZ. He is the CEO of Cropix. It's a startup based in Switzerland and dedicated to introducing innovative map products from satellite data that can be used in geoinformation systems and applied in the agricultural sector. So hello, Mr. Dietrich, and welcome and thank you for being here with us.
Hello, Mrs. Castro-Rai. Thank you for inviting me. It's a big pleasure to have the chance to introduce myself and present our products here.
Thank you so much. So, well, first of all, can you give a brief overview of your company, of Cropix?
Yes, it was founded last year in August, just recently, and we are at the moment 2 people. I have a colleague in Argentina, Roberto Gagliardi, and we are trying to promote our map products, and we are still developing on our platform. But I can say I'm working since more than 10 years with SAR data, with radar data, and I have worked for a reinsurance company where I was running field trials, and I developed map products in close cooperation with another Swiss company here in Switzerland, which is SARmap. And SARmap has an own software, and they are working already since 20 years with SAR data. And there we have a sort of interdisciplinary team where we work together.
Okay, so you said you offer map products from Sentinel-1 data from agricultural applications. And why did you specialize in Sentinel-1 data SAR?
Yeah, because Sentinel-1, as I said, is a SAR satellite, and SAR stands for Synthetic Aperture Radar. So these satellites are active satellites, and they send a radar signal which has a comparative long wavelength as compared to daylight, and it can penetrate clouds and all other atmospherical disturbances. So the big advantage of SAR is that you have, whenever the satellite passes by, you will get an image from it. And another advantage is that it has always the same energy and the same angle. So what changes in your data is really the change on the surface of the cropland. And this gives you stable time series data, which you can analyze then statistically.
Okay, and can you explain to us who are your main customers or target groups?
We are looking for customers who are working in the field of precision farming. So enterprises who are selling data to farmers that they can have a better farm management. Another group is crop insurance companies who want to sell insurances to farmers. So there, with our map products, we can assist in monitoring and visualizing the change after an event. And the third group are NGOs, non-governmental organizations, who want to do on a broad scale a monitoring of cropland to plan measures after a national catastrophe or something like this.
Okay, thank you so much. And what kind of map products do you have on your portfolio?
Okay, the first thing which has to be mentioned is that SAR measures the humidity and the structure of the surface. And from Sentinel-1, you get so to say, two channels of data as a backscatter. And this is a VV and a VH polarization data set. And from these two channels, we produce our map products. We have three standardized map products. The first one is what we call the ESVI, an Enhanced SAR Vegetation Index. It shows the development of fresh biomass over the cropland, and it can be used as well as a proxy for leaf area index. And yeah, what you see is the crop cycle can be monitored in terms of fresh biomass. Another map product, which is an index, it measures more the humidity of the plants. We call it the SAR water index, or SWI. This one was calibrated against the normalized difference water index, and it is very useful to steer irrigation schemes or for drought insurance, for parametric insurance schemes. And a third standardized map product we have is what we call a color composite, or you can say as well a pseudo true color image. This has a high contrast, and it allows the farmer to see in the fields if there are some anomalies, or for underwriters maybe in crop insurance schemes to see if there are some anomalies before signing the contract, things like this. So these three products correspond to that what we know from the optical world, NDVI, NDWI, and RGB. So we have somehow developed map products from SAR which can cover for the same use cases. And on top of that, of course, if our customers come and want to have additional map products, then we can collaborate together with them and create some tailor-made solutions.
Great. That's a really interesting information and portfolio. Thank you so much. And how can customers get access to your map products?
There are different opportunities. One thing is he will sign for a certain region and a certain period, and he will give us some files like shapefile or KML where we have the geometries, and then we will process the data on regular basis for this area and upload on a server where he can download it, or he can reach them as well with an API. The other opportunity is this software, which is developed by SARmap, which we use as well, Mapscape. It can be given to the customer so that he can process by himself. In that case, he will license for a certain period and a certain area, and we will give some training and support. And for the future, we think of using our online platform, IMAP, where customers maybe as well for just single acquisitions can download data directly from the internet. Of course, we need then the geometries of the area he wants to have and so on. So all these things are possible.
Great, great. There are so many options for those interested customers. Okay. And so you said at the beginning of the interview that you had a person in Latin America. So for those companies who are watching the interview and are interested in developing there in Latin America, can you explain to us how your experience has been in Latin America?
Well, we are in contact actually with different enterprises in Argentina, and they are testing data from us. And but I cannot mention any names here, of course, in the interview. Well, I mean, it's not different than in other areas to talk with the companies. I mean, they first want to find out and better understand how SAR is working, how to interpret the data and so on. And the other thing we do is Roberto is not only promoting the data in Latin America, but he runs a farm beside that. And he uses now this IMAP software on his smartphone and walks out in his fields for ground truthing and tests our map products. Because, I mean, it's still, there's still possible to develop and to improve anything, you know. I mean, software is always a thing which is, yeah, work in progress. It's all, of course, and that is with in our case as well. And so, yeah, but we have very good results. And Roberto published just recently an article about his work when he went out in the field and what he see and compared it with ESVI and so on. It looks really good.
Okay, thank you so much. So thank you, Mr. Dietrich, for all the answers and all the interesting information that I think that our audience is going to find really interesting.
Thank you very much for the invitation, and it was a pleasure to me.
Thank you. And for all of you who wish to know more about Cropix, about this company, you can find in the description box some links about the article that Mr. Dietrich mentioned previously, and also their website that you can find in different languages, which is also great. And yes, we will leave there some articles as well on the IMAP software, a link to there, so they can find more information if they are interested. And as more interviews are going to be released in the coming months, I invite you all to follow ConnectEO on social media and also to subscribe to our newsletter. So thank you so much, and stay tuned and stay safe.